My retirement doesn't mean you told now is to stand by our new manager.
Hello then viewers, welcome back to another episode of the Manchester United Save. Again, not an official title, the Manchester United Save seems to be what I'm going with though. Today, we've got a bit more of a traditional episode. Who knew? Traditional? Yes. A three-game episode. We're going to look at Manchester City, Bayern Munich and Arsenal, two Premier League games and the toughest of our Champions League games as we have a home tie against Bayern Munich. I guess the away leg might be more difficult, but we'll have to wait and see. And so far, things have been going pretty well. You can see from our recent form there that since we last met at the Crystal Palace game, we've actually gone unbeaten. 2 draws after that though. Disappointing in the league, one at home to Southampton and a very good draw away at Leicester. Now you might think, why is that a good draw? Well, we were 3-0 down after 38 minutes and goals from Martial and Herrera pulled it back for us, so I was very pleased with that. And ever since then, really, we've been on a fantastic run. A 3-0 win against Peterborough in the Capital One Cup, a 3-0 against Swansea, 2-0 against Bournemouth, and as you can see there in the Champions League, a couple of wins against Basel and Ghent. So today, it should be an exciting time. In the Premier League table, we are currently second. Arsenal yet to lose a game, 8 games, 8 wins. It might be difficult to beat them. Leicester showing some early season form, much like in real life. Manchester City are up there as well. So actually, the Premier League table isn't that far off what it is actually, apart from the fact that Chelsea are 6th and Tottenham are 18th. If you maybe switch those around, it'd be a little bit closer, wouldn't it? So, let's get into today's first game. The team we are choosing to play is this one. We've got a few injuries at the moment. Schweinsteiger's out, as is Juan Mata. So, Ander Herrera is going to come in and slot in behind Ibrahimovic. I have trialled a little bit, playing Ibra behind Morata. It worked okay. I mean, as I can see, we've been winning matches, but I just think against a good team in the Champions League, I want to play people in their positions. And Morata hasn't been banging them in quite like Ibra, who's now got 12 in 10 and is in sensational form. Oh, by the way, face badge. There you are. It's like a new game almost. Apart from the fact it is sort of a new game, isn't it? So, into today's game we go. We now start in standard. In recent games, I've been starting in counter, but we're switching up in the last few games, and obviously this is one of those games. Some tough games. Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Arsenal. Begin. So Manchester City are in 3rd, we are in 2nd. 2 top of the table clashes for you today, which are, I'm pumped. Interestingly, City playing a 4-1-4-1 formation. Boney up top, De Bruyne, Delph, Fernando and Navas. Fernandinho sitting just behind, and then the defence is pretty routine. Their bench looks relatively strong too. Sterling on there, but he's really their only attacking presence. I guess Patrick Roberts sort of, but no Aguero. So I feel like we've got a better chance than I first thought. So let's get straight into it. I must have said that about 4 times. Right, team talk. Come on, lads, keep the run going. And I'm going to get passionate. It's a Manchester derby. You can't just take these things lightly. This is one of the biggest games in the calendar. Right, the games begin. We're in 2D, 3D replays. Let's have it. Right, in these early stages, not much is going on, but we have had more of the chances. I say, nothing's really happening. Elsewhere, though, Chelsea have taken the lead, as have Liverpool. But here, still goalless. We've started the season relatively well. I'm quite pleased. Oh my, Zlatan has got an injury, a major moment. Luckily for us, £40 million Alvaro Morata has got an opportunity to make a name for himself. We'll keep him as that complete forward, may switch it up later in the game, but that's upsetting that Ibra's injured. He's been a star for us so far this season, but being able to bring Morata on, this could be the chance he needs. I'm really upset about Ibra. Haven't even finished his book yet. As finally a chance maybe. Blimey, Memphis played it back to De Gea, and I don't know if Boney got a touch or what, but not the best defending we've ever seen. So half an hour gone, we have certainly had more of the chances. We're at home, so you probably expect that. Although recent times, City have gone to Old Trafford and done rather well. There's a particular scoreline that sticks in the memory. Dembele now, with a chance, and just shoots wide. Hasn't got that much game time for me so far, Moussa Dembele, but having to move Herrera forward because Master's injury, and the fact that Schweinsteiger's not here, means that today Dembele will get his game. And at half-time, 0-0, I guess. Disappointing, really, because we've had Ibra go off injured. I'm going to say unlucky, things haven't gone quite right. And I'm also going to switch it to counter. Obviously, I'll start games in counter. We're going to try and bring City out a little bit and bang them on the counter-attack. Bang them on the counter-attack. It sounds more brutal than it should have done. So, Everton and Chelsea have taken advantage of the fact that we're drawing with City. As the game goes on, I feel like I'm going to have to make changes. Oh, hold on. Corner kick. City's got it. Rocco gets his head to it. Fernandinho out to Navas, who's not known for his long-range shots, I must say, so I shouldn't be too concerned. Into Delph. Boney, though. Close range. Dimichaelis, of all the people, to get the goal. Manchester United 0. Dimichaelis 1. That's never a scoreline which you like to hear. Okay, I'm going to make a couple of changes. Anthony Marshall's going to come on for Memphis on that left side. He's come off the bench a few times and got a few goals. I'm also going to bring Antonio Valencia on the other side. A bit more power, a bit more width on either side. Hopefully we can, well, not width, but pace. I mean, fresh legs is what I'm getting at. I've brought fresh legs on. We need fresh legs. We're going to come out of counter now and go to attack in last 10 minutes. Come on. City have certainly come back into this game in the second half, but I still expect us to get something from it. So far, though, that ain't true. As Evans plays it to Fernando, who looked offside to me, I must say. I mean, they've not given it. This is for my own research purposes. Boney, questionable. Well, this really isn't ideal. Every time I've live-commed, I've had some sort of error. We did win a game last episode, but this is the sort of game, especially in the form we're in. I mean, as soon as Zlatan's gone off, it's all gone to pot. But I like De Gea's trousers. Sorry, can we just go back and look at De Gea's trousers? Look at those. Whew. I mean, he looks like one of Santa's little helpers. And so far, if I were Santa, I don't feel like he's helping me. Okay, late in the game, ball into Schneiden, knocked onto Herrera. Oh, I think it's an own goal off Otamendi. It is. A late lifeline? I mean, it's unlikely we're going to get another one. If we take a look at the 3D replay then, Valencia floats one in, Schneidlin heads it on, Herrera volleys at goal, hits Joe Hart, hits Otamendi, and then goes in the back of the net. Too little, too late, though, you get the sense, don't you? De Gea with a goal kick, 15 or so still, 10 seconds left to go. It's got to be now. And it doesn't look like it's going to be now, does it? Let's face it, Navas on it. Luke Shaw has come in. And that's time at Old Trafford. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 2. And that's the first big setback we've had all season, really. On to the next one. Bayern Munich. Things can only get easier, right? Okay then, into the Bayern Munich game. And the big news, obviously, Zlatan picked up an injury in that last game. 2 months with a hip injury, which means it'll be out until Christmas now, which is hugely disappointing. I can't speak highly enough of how well he's done. 16-7 in the league, 12-11 overall. And obviously, that also includes last game where he went off quite early, which means that Morata is going to have to come in, and he's not the same player as Zlatan. You can't play him as a complete forward. So we've stuck him in there as a poacher. It seems to be where he suits the best. And at 22, he's going to develop as well. Maybe not so much as I'd like, but he will develop. He will become a better player, and he's got 2 months now to really put his stamp on it. If that goes wrong, Martial, I think that's how you would prefer I say it, will get his chance. So Memphis and Aturbe on the wings. Dembele is going to come in and play as an attacking midfielder rather than an advanced playmaker. Herrera is a deep-lying playmaker next to Schneidlin. Shaw, Rojo, Smalling, Diamond at the back with De Gea in goal. This could be a tough game, but hopefully we can come out on top. After the disappointment of the last one, things can only get better. I hope. If they get worse, then... before we go into it as well, quick look at Group G. You can see that we've played 2 matches and won both of them. Bayern have a win and a draw. They drew with Basel, which, as I said, Basel, tricky team. We beat them 4-0, so not tricky for us, though. Right, come on. Ibra's got injured. I feel like the montage in the last episode was needless now. It's got sad all of a sudden. Interestingly, Bayern are playing the exact same formation that City did. Should I be concerned? There's no Lewandowski, but there was no Aguero, so I feel no better about it. Right, let's get into it. Hopefully you can come out on top. Bayern Munich, one of the best sides in Europe, I'm sure you'll agree. Manchester United, not quite there yet. I think with some of the additions I made, maybe. But early signs are that Bayern are up for a fight. And Morata, if he'd got sent off after a minute, that would have hurt. So we're at home again, so potentially it's up to us to make the first effort, trying to get some sort of attempt on goal. Interesting to see how defensive Bayern seem to be playing. Without the ball, they sit very deep. I guess with the ball, they're going to be a little bit more expressive. Herrera loses the ball there, and Robin already sets Muller free. They've not got that much support with him, but he does do a lot. I'll tell you what, that is a lovely through ball. But I'm not recording videos anymore. Every time I do a video, we seem to get beat. I hate this. This has happened before, though. We've got Arsenal next as well. Bloody hell. So you can see here, Thomas Muller on that side. Lovely through. I'll tell you what, that is one of the better through balls I've seen. And of course, I'm playing the better sides in these games, so we're expected to have a tougher time. But even so, with the form we had coming into these 2 games, the City game and this game, I thought something might happen. I thought good things would happen. So far, those good things aren't happening. Maybe that can all change now. A Aturbe ball in, Memphis with the header, and there we are, back on level terms. 3rd goal of the season for Memphis. Delighted with that as well. Not known for his heading, but let's see how he does it. So Aturbe whips the ball in. Memphis rises. It looks like he rises above lots of tall defenders, yet gets there first. The number 7 for Manchester United, putting us back level. Aturbe, corner. Do you know what? The turbo set pieces are better than I thought. It's actually been very good for me so far. Rojo with it now. Out to Dembele. Oh, Musa with a great shot on goal. But Manuel Neuer doing what Manuel Neuer does, making a save away to his left-hand side. I mean, he does saves all over the place, not just exclusively to the left. If they were just exclusive to the left, he wouldn't be that good at it, would he? If he could just go, well, I could do saves, but only on one side. Robin went close. I got nervous. I thought if I just kept talking, Robin would think, well, hang on, he's not ready for a goal, so I won't do it. Thank you, Aaron. Muller on it though, and he's got to face. Oh dear, he played it backwards. I thought he was going to try and run beyond Rojo, but he didn't. And Darmian, let's bring it away. Here we are. Come on, let's do this. He's got some nice. I was going to say stomach legs. Oh, Morata, there we are. You horrible little. Oh, I hate officials. We'd be better off without you. You just ruin my mood. Hate it. Well, Morata had the ball in the back of the net, but it was ruled out for offside. We'll assume it wasn't off though. Right. Bayern, with a good spell of possession, I'll give them credit for this. Alonso, Bernat, playing a little bit further forward. It's almost like they're playing with two left-backs. Jerome Boateng playing to Philip Lahm, out to Arturo Vidal, and now Robin making his way inside to Vidal, to Muller. De Gea makes a fantastic save. I tell you what, De Gea's not done that much so far to make me convinced that we have to keep him for years to come, but that save there proved his worth. And now it's perhaps our chance to attack. Out to Dembele. Can he find the ball forward? Does so. Memphis into Morata. Again, poacher's instincts. Is it going to count? It does indeed. Manchester United 2, Bayern Munich 1. Alvaro Morata with the goal. And we're back. Well, I say we're back in the lead. We're in the lead. Words are tricky sometimes. Here we are then. Memphis slides it through. A lovely through ball from Memphis, I must say. And Morata on hand to make it 2. And you will note that ball was shot to Neuer's right-hand side, and he's not so good at diving that way, so theories. Okay, so far, plenty of highlights in this first half. Ball out to Darmian now. Ball back into the middle. Oh, Morata was there. Turbe with a shot at goal, and Manuel Neuer dives to his left. I'm not saying a thing. All I'm saying is theories. Okay, last chance of the half. You would probably suspect Robin on the edge of the box with it. Please don't shoot. Oh, we did shoot. And De Gea, again, good save. This is the first game, as I mentioned earlier, this is the first game De Gea has actually impressed me. Okay, now after an action-packed first half, it's time to go into half-time. I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Everyone seems relatively pleased. So let's hold this at least. This is the sort of game I would love to bring Ibra on. Okay, Robin on this left side. He is bursting past Darmian like nobody's business. Makes it his way to the byline. Muller at the near post. Well, apparently Luke Shaw made a block there, and what a block it was. I figured that was a certain goal. Ball played in by Douglas Costa, a player that I very much enjoyed on last year's beta when I did a Liverpool save. It's at the corner, so just a little nod to him. Okay, Morata's picked up a knock. Apparently it's a groin strain. So I feel like after this highlight, we'll take him off. Hopefully we don't concede from it. Ball play through, Robin with an open goal. And that is disappointing. Very disappointing indeed. We've got two strikers potentially picking up injuries here. We're going to take no chances whatsoever. We're going to bring, what is his name? Martial on. We could have brought James Wilson, but we'll play Martial. I almost might bring on Valencia as well. Okay, what I've actually decided to do is take a turbo to the left, Valencia on the right, put Memphis through the middle, a bit more pace on a counter-attack perhaps, and take off Moussa Dembele. And because of that, we're also going to switch to counter. I don't want Bayern to get too much control in the game, and if they do get that control, I do want us to be able to spring an attack, and I fear that that might be where the game's going, but there's not much time to go. Okay, Robin down this left-hand side, ball into Muller. Hopefully I've not invited too much pressure on by going counter-attacking. I'm nervous about it now. Robin, ball into the middle. Arturo Vidal. We were winning! We were actually winning! Where did it go? It didn't say this in the book. It did not say this in the book. Ball played in then. The header is missed. And on the well, it's not half volley. It's on the volley. Vidal slots it past De Gea, who's been disappointing. I'm never impressed. I shouldn't have gone counter-attacking. I didn't need to change anything. Oh, late chance. Herrera, ball in. Rojo gets up. And that was our last chance of the game. Manchester United 2, Bayern Munich 3, an injury to Morata, a rollercoaster of emotion. Right then, folks, third and final game of today's episode, and it's against Arsenal, the league leaders, and we really need to win this. Our last two games have been a big disappointment, both narrow defeats, but today's game has brought some change. Morata's now out injured, of course, he is a couple of weeks, annoying, obviously. Anyway, on to the team. Darmian, Jones, Rojo and Blind. Phil Jones playing, his third game this season? Yeah, not featured too much at all. Same goes for Daley Blind, and Marouane Fellaini will get a start in that advanced midfield role. I figure if it's good enough for Lou Van Gaal and David Moyes, I guess I will follow suit. Schneiderlin and Herrera will play in the midfield. A Turbo on the right, Memphis on the left, with Martial up front. Right, let's do this. Daley Blind's got about 3 acceleration, but we're going to play him against Arsenal, who are notoriously fast. Oh, Interestingly, Arsenal are playing Mesut Ozil on the right wing. So that should be fine. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Arsenal with the first chance. Oxlade-Chamberlain. It came out of nowhere. I'll admit, 13 minutes in. And they're 1-0 up. It happens so fast. God damn it. Every single bloody game they take a lead. Schneidlin has just made a great tackle. And Mesut Ozil, if we can start an attack from this, that tackle will have been huge. Out to Herrera, who plays it. Herrera's ball there was absolutely fantastic. Darmian now with a turbo on this right side. Phil Jones to Rojo. Now let's try and create something. Memphis, run at him. Go on, penetrate. There we go. Herrera again, a turbo, left-footed. Go on, my boy. Oh, referee, it's surely a foul. Fellaini has a shot against the back of someone else's legs, and oh my God, why are you a footballer? Aiming, concentration, the physics of the game. Monreal now. I thought this was going to be our highlight. For God's sake, he scored. It gets worse. Every game is just getting worse. Giroud plays it through to Monreal, that well-known attacking talent. Finishing ability of probably 100. In off the bar. Disgusting. We've not had a hope yet. We've not had a prayer. You can guarantee the next game we play in a video will be the easiest games possible. Right, a chance, perhaps, for us. Herrera, out to a Turbe, but Monreal, that boy can do it all. Great interception. Ozil on this left side. Ramsey, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Blind, Cazorla. I mean, when United won 8-2, and it was great, and Arsenal fans felt awful. Yeah, well. And at half-time, everything's calmed down a bit. And, yeah, 3-0 down, away at the Emirates. This wouldn't have happened if Ibra was here. I'll say it now. Wouldn't have happened. Rojo's just fouled Giroud. Ah, for God's sake! I don't even want to play anymore. So Rojo's been sent off. Brilliant. Enzo Rocco, hero of the hour, replaces Maran Fellaini. Memphis in a turbo will bring Antonio Valencia on. Jones. De Gea, thank you. I think the only team we've beaten in a video is Crystal Palace. And they're 15th. Arsenal are coming forward again. Our heads are gone. They're gone. Cazorla. Well, he should have scored. Herrera. Forward to Marcia. This could be the chance. With 60 seconds. Oh, God. 2 seconds to go and they're still coming at me. I'm nervous. Ball in. Oh, dearie me. And weirdly, with 3 goals, that was quite an uninspiring, unentertaining half of football. I'm very angry. I shall show my anger now in a team talk with text. I am far from pleased with the result. There should be a swearing option. They should make this 18+, so I can tell them what I actually think. Because what I actually think is they're a useless bunch of who don't know the rules of the game, the stupid But I can't say that in a video, because it's a +3 game. What an awful session. Hugely disappointing. But that brings us to the end. If you enjoyed today's anger management session, then do leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. From me, Dr. Benji, until tomorrow, when we bring another episode of the Manchester United Save, which isn't the official name. I'll see you again. With love, with care. Goodbye.